All right, let's get into it. All right, welcome back to another episode of The Rundown, entertainment news and reviews by fans for fans. I'm your host, riding solo again, Chris Fagan. No, we're not getting a divorced. A lot of people are speculating that she left him. She got tired of the nonsense. Yeah, she did get tired of the nonsense, but it wasn't for what you think it was. Let me just double check and make sure the mic is working. All right, it's working. All right. Guys, we're going to talk a little bit about Katie Sackhoff. Her new her new podcast is out. John Campea may be coming back, and it's been about, 10 years for White House Down and 20 years for another movie we're going to talk about a little bit later. But first, let's get right into the current entertainment news. Let's talk about that before. Oh, see, I'm messing up again because what I'm ready for is the rundown after dark tonight. We're gonna have Tabitha Jordan coming back. My wife will not be here. No, we're not getting a divorce. So I'll explain about that in a minute. And we should have Giovanni returning back to the studio. So I'm looking forward to that. I can never have a full damn studio. Let me scoot over. Am I too far over there? Am I too far over here? I'm gonna come over here. Let me go over there. All right, there we go. I'm centered now. I can never have a full studio. I got 4 mics. I got 4 cameras. I got the lights and everything. I got the studio all set up. I've been trying to have a full panel again because there's another chair I can sit over there. I can have the guy sitting at the curving table, and we can talk, right? But something always happens. When Giovanni is here, my wife is here, I'm here, Tabitha can't be here. When Tabitha's here, Giovanni can't be here. It's always something. It pisses me off. But it's fine. The show is supposed to start about 45 minutes ago. But just like yesterday, I'm still getting used to the new settings and everything. I was doing my day job. I'm a real estate broker. And a minute ago, right before the show started, I got a text message. I was helping a client out. I got a text message from an unruly real estate agent. Just being, us real estate agents can be petty, real, because we work for ourselves. We ain't got to answer to nobody really, especially if you're a broker like me, and you're your own boss. So maybe that's what this person is. I get a text message from somebody because I inquired for my client. My client's looking for a rental, about like $2,800 a month, and a nice area. So I reach out to a bunch of people. I get a text message back basically saying, did you not read, Christopher, did you not read the description of what the qualifications are? And it pissed me off because so this is what this text message told me. She got my email. Oh, she also told me, your voicemail is full. So she tried to call me. When she couldn't get through with me, she tried to talk to my voicemail. When that said it was full, she didn't text. And she texted the thing that she could have just replied to on the email. That pisses me off. I get so sarcastic, man. I was thinking about calling her back and be like, "You the dumbest," but I gotta keep good lines of communication. I can't burn my bridges with some people, and so I just let it go. I'm like, all right, thanks for the text. Thanks for the text that you could have emailed me. Anyway, but that's the part of the reasons why I'm a little late. Besides that, you don't care about any of that. What you guys care about is the podcast. You guys want to listen to us on Spotify or on Apple. And I'm glad that you guys do. I appreciate it. I see the views going up and whatnot. I saw John Campea going back on John Campea. I got a message from a viewer that said, you are obsessed with John Campea. No, I'm not. I like John Campea's show. I'm not attracted to John Campea. Like, what? But he was up there posting how his views and stuff, his listenings or downloads or whatever it is for his podcasts are going up. I want to see that. Mine's just go, doop, and he just stay flatline. So if you guys like to listen to the show on the podcast, just like on that other show that will be mentioned later, if you go to Spotify, you can watch it. The pre-recorded live. This after we record, we will put it up on Spotify, but you can listen to it on Apple or Google Podcasts or whatever. And if you do like to listen to podcasts, or if you just have it and you don't really mess with it that much because you already got it on YouTube, it's not hiding behind a paywall. Do me a favor, if you can, just go in there and just go Yeah, it's okay. You got 5 stars, 3 stars, 1 star. I don't care. Whatever you do. No, don't do 1 star. Do 5 stars. Just do that. Just please. And appreciate that if you can. So just help us out on the podcast, guys. It really, all your input helps us out. You can also call in. I got to double check the voicemail. I promise I won't respond like I did to that realtor. Got to check if you guys are sending me topics, questions, or anything. If you want to run down a list, like I said, this is the rundown. So if you want to say, hey, Chris, I'm calling to let you know my top 5 animated animes are, and then just give me your list. Whatever the list is, I want to hear it, and I'll put it here on the show. I'll air it because I love lists. Me and Sean, when we started the Talking to the Movies, we love lists. And so if you say, hey, my favorite, corn scene with and Debbie Does Dallas is this is my top 3 scenes, whatever your list is. I don't care what it is. I don't care how after dark it gets or how PG it is. I don't care. I just like it. I love that stuff. So send me your calls, or if you want to talk about a topic that we've talked about before, or if you want to give me a heads up on something, let me know what's going on by calling in 281-406-1993. All right. Keep it under like a minute, please. All right, let's get into the first topic. Currently going on right now, we have Peter Evans is said to be joining Jared Leto on Tron 3. Oh, see? Look at this. I forgot to fix. That's the chair that my wife would have sat in right here. You see this? Is my hand right there? Is that camera even on? Oh, that camera's not even on. That's a freeze frame. Hold on. Let me fix this. I'm very bad about this stuff. It's going to irk me. If I don't fix it now, it's going to irk me. So let me just move over to the right a little bit and fix that. There you go. Because that would have irked me. And now I got it. Since I'm streaming live and I'm doing a vertical recording for TikTok, I got to fix it there too. Damn. There you go. Fixed it. But Olivia Wilde and is set to, so this is, from what I can tell, from what I heard, is going to be a direct sequel from what we got. What was it? Tron Legacy, Tron 2. I liked that movie, and I feel like a sequel, with the money that it made, it could have gone either way, right? So I always love to see Olivia Wilde. I mean, she's on my list. If you want to talk about lists and run down, I'd like to run down. Anyway, oh man, my wife could be watching right now. She's probably on her phone like, what? And her brother's with her too. Like, damn, I'm gonna get my ass kicked. I shouldn't have said that about Olivia Wilde. Anyway, all right, I didn't say that. You guys said that. But adding this talent, because Evan Peters, man, this dude is a chameleon. I'm looking forward to the character that they come. I feel like he's probably going to be with Jared Leto. Jared Leto is the big bad in this, which I hope that's the case, because I hope this is a direct sequel to the last Tron and the son of the creator from the first movie. If he's coming back and everything. And Olivia Wilde is, I think she was brought into the real world too, wasn't she? Like maybe she gets a virus or something and she has to go back or something like that. I don't know. And Evan Peters, I just hope that it's set up that Jared Leto and Evan Peters are the antagonists. I don't want to see him as a hero for some. I don't know why. I just don't want to see him as a hero for this. I want to see him as the antagonist, and I'm looking forward to it. So I was excited hearing that Tron. Like, I forgot all about Tron 3, and I was happy that it's still on the horizon and everything. Oh, and guys, I see you guys in the live chat. We're gonna, after we finish talking about the topics, I'll try to keep my eye. It's hard when I'm by myself. It's hard for me to keep my eye on the chat, but I do see you guys. So, like, for example, let's see if I can pull it up. Oh, it's not working. Let's see if I can refresh it, if it's working or not. Shit, maybe I won't be able to pull anything up. But I'll try to get the live. I can see the live chat, so just keep them coming in, and I'll try to see if I can pop them up on the screen, figure out what's going on, why it's not popping up on the screen right now. But anyway, let's move on. Let me know what you guys think about Evan Peters joining Jared Leto in the next Tron movie, in Tron 3. Are you excited about that? Are you like, that second one wasn't all that, it was fine, you just whelmed about it. But either way it goes, let me know while I try to fix this chat. What the hell's going on, man? Fix this right here. Now it's going to irk me if I don't get it right. All right, let's try to pop something else up. Let's do this. I can fix it. Error occurred. All right. I can fix it. Anyway, moving on. All right. So next up, in this week's news, I heard that the Squid Games has cast 8 new people for season 2. And I'm going to run down the list of them. And because I had it up here for a second, what the hell is going on? See, Chris is effing up. Doesn't even have your list ready. Because I was going to show, there it is. I was going to show respect and run down the names of it. So it says right here, this is coming from Variety. Squid Game Season 2 at Netflix adds 8 new cast members. From the left, let me make sure that I have it up properly so you guys can see it. Okay. From the left, we have, and I'm sorry if I'm butchering names, we have, is it Choi Sung-hoon, Lee Jin-uk, Won Ji-on, Park Ga-young, Kang I-sim, Lee David, Jo Yuri, Ro Ja-won, and yeah, that's 8. And I'm sorry if I butchered those names, but it seems like this is the new cast, and I hope it starts over like I don't want to go back. Even the old dude that from season 1 that won the Squid Game, and how it looked like he was going to use the money that he got to try to figure out who these people are and take the whole thing down. I don't want to see him. I don't know why. He was great, but I don't want to see him. I don't need to see him. And because even at the end of that season 1, there's no way in the world that you're going to use that little bit of money that they gave you to take them down. If they have that money to just give the people every year, you think you got them? You think you got the ability to take them down? I mean, even the cop that infiltrated Squid Games didn't really make it. His own brother took him out. So I just want the Squid Games to continue forward. Just see, the whole shock and awe of it from season 1 is gone. So we already know what to expect. So the only way to raise the stakes or to shock or to top the last season is the games themselves and what happens. So the drama that's going. We've already seen alliances form. We've seen couples had to fight up against each other. We've seen the elderly versus the young, the men versus women. We've seen all types of scenarios in part. So if you can come up with new situations that makes people go, damn, with this new cast, and you don't need to really top part 1, but you're gonna. When I say top, I don't mean like acting wise. The acting from part 1 is great, and I'm hoping that they also did a great job casting, because I don't know anything about these actors' abilities on screen. But I'm hoping that maybe on the games part of it, like, for example, like Saw. After a while, it just became about the traps. How can they top what they did? Let's see if I can fix it. Hold on one second. I think I got the thing fixed now. Let's see if this fixed it. Nope, it did not. So the question is started to become, how can they top what they did in the previous movie? So that's what I'm looking forward to, is the new games that they try to introduce to the show. Not just necessarily the acting. I'm pretty sure that the acting and everything is going to be great, but I might be alone in that. I'm sorry guys, but it seems like the chat box. Let me see if I can get that fixed. So let me know what you guys think. I'm monitoring the chat, and I'm sorry, when I'm riding solo, it's hard for me to keep it organized. Let me pull it back up. Let me see if this works now. Nope, still not pulling up. And nothing wrong on my end. Like I said, it was when I switched to the new system, there were some issues, but I thought I fixed it, but it looks like I did not. Things are just not coming up the way I thought it was gonna. Oh well, nothing I can do about it. I can try to go into it later and see if I can fix it later, but it looks like it's not going to be able to pop up. So sorry guys, I'm not going to be able to pop up your comments now. So I'll work on that later. Blah, blah, blah with Katie Sackhoff. Okay. Full disclosure, I have not listened to it yet or watched it yet, but I have it queued up. I didn't have time. I had something to do. So I will be listening to it. I've been looking forward to it. When I thought I remember the last time we talked about it, we thought that maybe he's going back to the John Campea show, or maybe he's going to work in that studio space. And people reminded me, like, Christian Harloff isn't going to do that. But the announcement was that he was producing a show for Katie Sackhoff. They both pretty much, according to him, had the idea almost instantaneously. At the same time, they were like, hey, she's like, I want to do my own podcast. And he's like, oh, shit, I was about to call you to say the same thing. You should do your own podcast. And yesterday, the first episode dropped. I'm about to go watch it. I don't think she announced anything with a guest or anything, but I'm looking forward to it. I think she's pretty funny. I loved her recent pop on TikTok, where she was talking about how people were responding to her as far as wanting to know things as far as Star Wars related stuff. Like, some people they're 90, like, what did she say? Like 80% of people, they love me, and 10% they hate me, and then 10% just want me to sit on their face. I was like, that's pretty cool. That she said that. That's pretty cool. But right now I'm on a channel and it says that Katie Sackhoff is an actor, producer, mom, MILF. You know her from her roles on Battlestar Galactica, Longmire, and most recently The Mandalorian as Bo-Katan. Katie has wanted to do a podcast. Let me see. Let me go. Let me start it real quick. Let's see. Katie has wanted to do a podcast with real conversations for quite a while. She brings her show BlahBlahBlah to YouTube, Spotify, Apple, and other platforms. On this episode, she is joined by Christian Harloff. Okay, there's the first guest. As they discuss balance of relationships in their lives, whether it is romance, work, at home, or more. Katie takes the audience on the journey on how this show came to be and what she hopes to accomplish with it. Katie announces her first big guest for next week. So I haven't watched it. Like I said, I have it queued up. I will watch it after I finish this, and I'm looking forward to it. So, are you a follower like Christian Harloff or Christian Harloff and Friends? Are you going to be watching the Katie Sackhoff podcast, BlahBlahBlah with Katie Sackhoff? I will. I've already subscribed. I'm already ready, and I will be watching as they upload it. There's also a new episode of Christian Harloff, The Big Thing. Says, is Nicholas Hoult going to be cast as Lex Luthor? I think so. He should. I feel like he would represent us Ball brothers real good. I think he's going to represent, and I'm hoping that that's the case. That he's the guy, that he's the one that's going to take us to the next level for Lex Luthor. Maybe not as far as what James Gunn said. Maybe not better than Michael Rosenbaum. But at least he'll be a good fit for, as far as we know, for what's going on with Superman Legacy. Let me see if I can get this fixed. Okay, I'm going to try this one more time. So let me know what you guys think about the whole thing with Katie Sackhoff, if you're even interested in that. I know some of you probably are, some of you probably not. Let's see. Let's go back. All right. I'm gonna keep it right there for a second. So I'll show you guys how to support the channel. If you give me a minute, see if I can fix this, because I like talking with you guys and I like seeing what you guys have to say. So let me see if I can fix this problem. And you hear me clicking and clicking and clicking. Well, doing that. Damn, it deleted. It showed it delete the chats. So the chat, or either the chats weren't there, or they were. I know they were because I saw them. So now I can't see them at all. So guys, say something in the chat if you don't mind, if you're not already doing so, because for some reason, there they are. Okay, I can see them again. There we go. I see Peter Lang. Okay, I'm seeing it on my phone. I see Ray Jimenez. I see. Okay. I can see your chats on my phone. It's just that I can't pull them up for some reason. So I apologize for that. Anyway, I'll just keep moving forward. I'll just keep pressing on. It doesn't seem like that's going to work. Either is that the comment section or is that the live chat? Let me double check. There we go. That's the live chat. All right. See me now? Okay, yeah, JD. I see you on my phone. I see you in the live chat. The problem is, I see you now. You just pulled up here as well on on the side, that the program that I'm using to put it up on the screen. But there is a disconnect for some reason where getting out of the chat and then coming back, it did not help. That was not a good idea for me to do. I should not have done that. So, yeah, man, it's just not popping up. All right, I see you. I'll just use my phone and I'll go in there. Maybe later today, I'll do another live thing, maybe, and I'll make it public. It'll be a public live where you guys, if you want to follow, but it's just going to be technical difficulty stuff. I'm going to spend the time maybe 20 minutes trying to fix whatever this glitch is. Son of a glitch. All right. But yeah, bro, I can't, for some reason, I can't pull it up. Let me go full screen here. I can't pull it up on the bottom. It's just not letting me. Yep. All right. Moving on, guys. Going back. Okay. Right now it's Thursday. On Thursdays, I do Throwback Thursdays. So we can talk. This is the time of the show where we talk about movies that are about 10 years old and turning 20 years old. And up first, let me go full mass here. Turning 10 years old today, this week, we have White House Down with Channing Tatum and Jamie Foxx. That's turning 10 years old. Turning 20, Pirates of the Caribbean, the first one, 2003. Orlando Bloom, Johnny Depp. Funny story about, I went on a double date to see Pirates of the Caribbean with some sisters that and my homeboy was dating one girl and I was on a date with another girl, and I was the only one excited about seeing this damn movie. My homeboy fell asleep. Boy, Jason Murray, he fell asleep. The other two girls were bored out of their minds. I was the only one like, that was a pretty good movie. I like that. That was pretty good. Needless to say, it wasn't good enough for me to get any that night. I think my homeboy, because me and Jason, we were roommates at the time. I think he was luckier than I was when they went to the room. But Pirates of the Caribbean did not do me any favors that day. But oh well. White House Down, though. Let me go back to this screen. Check this out. White House Down suffered from that situation where you have two movies that are coming out in the same year that is virtually the same plot, because it was Olympus. What was it? Olympus Has Fallen, that came out that exact same time, and it was the exact same plot. I mean, the whole thing. The difference though is that Jamie Foxx in White House Down was playing up on the whole popularity of Obama at the time. He was a hope change type of character and Jamie Foxx was being targeted for assassination, and the only person to save him is Channing Tatum, of course. But even though these movies were produced around the same time, greenlit around the same time, coming out around the same time, Olympus Has Fallen came out first. And usually in that situation, the one that comes out first is the one that's going, like, the Olympus franchise is not like it's not like John Wick, where it's like a major franchise and everything. It's not making billions of dollars in the box office. But in comparison, it was like, we already saw this type of movie. We don't need to see White House Down, even though White House Down, I enjoyed it. I can't say that I enjoyed it more than Olympus Has Fallen. They were too even, and I think that was the problem. For them being so even, you usually go with the first one that makes it. Be first. If you can't be better, be first. Microsoft learned that lesson. Windows, they stole that idea from Apple, who stole it from Xerox. A woman from Xerox, the copying company, invented the whole concept of a mouse and click here instead of going to DOS and typing it all in, doing all that programming. Just click, click, click. And she told them, like, this is a $1 billion idea, guys. But we're not in the computer business. Give it to Apple. Just give it to Apple. We're not in the business. So she had to write it over. It was painful. They took it. Steve Jobs was like, don't worry, I'll go easy on you. Nah. Write that check. Get the fuck out of there. Bill Gates saw that and was like, I want that. Took it. Came out with it first. And go watch Pirates of the Caribbean. Pirates of Silicon Valley. Go watch that movie, man. I love it. Because that line, what Bill Gates said. He said, we're like the two poor kids in the neighborhood. And you see the rich guy's doors wide open. But I had the guts to go in there and see the TV, and I grabbed it. I had the guts to go in there. Bill Gates wasn't no thug. He ain't going to do nothing like that. But that was the metaphor he used. I had the guts. I went in there and I grabbed it. And you're like, oh, Steve Jobs. You're like, oh, I wanted to steal it first. It's too late. People, when it came to Windows, that was a... and we to this day we still say Windows. Open that window. That's a Microsoft term. And to this day, they were first. They didn't really invent it first. They didn't invent it at all, but they came out with it first. And that's what White House Down suffered from. They maybe they were the better movie, but you got to be first. Sometimes if you ain't first, you're last. That's the perfect metaphor for that. But yeah, those are the movies turning 10 and 20. White House, not White House. Oh, yeah, White House. I almost said Olympus Has Fallen. White House Down, turning 10, and Pirates of the Caribbean. That did not give me any kind of damn luck that date night. That's all right. That wasn't Johnny Depp's fault. It's more probably Orlando Bloom's fault. Let me know what you guys think of those, and maybe we'll talk about that on an upcoming episode of We Got Your Mail. There's about those two. All right. John Campea, you backpedaling mother clutcher. I hope Ray is watching now. Ray, are you out there? You know, what's going on? Are you in the chat? You in there, Ray? Because yesterday I was just, I do what I normally do as of now. He's got us acclimated for those who have still kept up with the John Campea show, unlike JD, the JDDMC. And I feel bad, man. I need to get these chats up. Let me figure out. Let me see if I can pull something up to get you on screen, guys. He has Movie Mance as the guest, and I just clicked on it to see what the topics were going to be about, so I can know what to look forward to when I play it on Spotify when I watch it later. Like sometimes it's up at 3:00, but the video version of it isn't available because for some reason when you upload something on a podcast, which is what I'm learning from this show, it takes the podcast some time to adjust, like a good couple hours for its. Especially if you upload it. If you're doing audio, it's faster. But if you do a video, it'll come up in audio form. But maybe it might need another 30 minutes to an hour for that video to come up, which is why I originally thought that it was a bad format. But it just takes time to adjust. So I was looking at the YouTube upload, the audio upload, to see, okay, it's going to be about this and that. Then all of a sudden I saw a video. I'm like, oh, it doesn't say audio. I was like, oh, dang. That's okay. He's at the show. The show is back on the John Campea show. What the heck is going on? So I click on it, and it was at the later time again. And it's not like it wasn't starting at, was it like 12:30 my time, Central Standard Time? Was that 1:30 Eastern? Like, was that 10 o'clock his time, California time? 10:30? It wasn't like it was starting at that time. It was still uploaded, I believe, around sometime deep in the afternoon. But I could tell what he was doing. I said, like, you had Mance on there. You want to promote. Mance was on to help out, filling in the seat for Chris Carr, but he was really there to promote himself and his show on CW. Best geek thing for something by 1982. The movies that came out, the best year of movies for geeks. And he says it's a special that's coming out on the CW. He talked about it. Sounds great. I'm going to give it a watch. It was great. And filling in for, he did this, he manced them. He manced the hell out of that show. Like, Mance is very long-winded. He was just, he took over the mic. You could tell John was trying to talk. Mance was like, I'm not done. Just kept going. Man, in 1963, you know. But the second it played, and I watched the whole thing, the second I was done, I was like, John's going to go back. This is it. This is Ray's first steps in the Force Awakening. He's about to come back. And I knew it. I was like, either he felt that he didn't want to give Mance a second hand promotion, like only promote it on the podcast. Give it more of a promotion. Give him time to talk about it on YouTube as well, and not behind the paywall and all that stuff. I felt because if that's what I would have done, you know. I mean, it's only on podcast. Well, what happened to your show and all that? So I mean, you're doing that for your friend. You put it out on YouTube, away from the paywall thing, and I thought that was good. I was like, that's good, but you know how people are. You give them, you go back to the way things were, what people was asking for, and people are gonna want it. And I'm pretty sure the views on that was higher than. See, I told you she didn't divorce me. Joy was right there behind the camera. See, ha. Anyway, I had a feeling that what came next was about to come, and sure enough, when I woke up this morning, when I was getting the show ready for today, sure enough, there it was. In John's community tab, it was the following. Let me go full screen right here. So on Wednesday, we put up the video version of the John Campea Show podcast because Scott Mance was our guest, and we premiered the first clips of his new documentary series coming to the CW next week, and we wanted everyone to see it. As we've explained, the John Campea Show is now primarily a podcast, not a YouTube show. Liars. As such, we really don't put anywhere near as much production into the video version, as we only make it an hour now instead of 2 hours. John continued with, however, the response to the video. You see where I'm going? Where's the spoon? Aha. I knew it. I knew he was going to do this. However, the response to this video being up for today's show was overwhelming. It was the best. I got more views than ever before. I broke YouTube. It was huge. So I have a question. If we continue to put up the videos of our podcast on the YouTube channel, and it's understood that it's not nearly as produced as it was before, and it is understood, I'm surprised that he put that in caps, that this is now primarily an audio show, not a video show. Is that something you'd be interested in? Is it? Should we continue to post the video version of the podcast, even with all the limitations I just listed? All right, when I read that, I'm like, John, nobody cares. And I didn't mean that like in a diss way. I'm like, not like you've already. He made it clear a long time ago that it takes. I've done the math and kind of timed out like how much it should take to do all those graphics, especially when you have so many topics and Ray has to piece those graphics together. You have to. You spend so much time researching some things, and he likes to do his research. And what he said was he would prepare the show even from the night before and or early in the morning. And Ray would be getting some of the notes and he'd be working on it the night before. Then he said the thing that he used to hate was that he would have to go to sleep knowing that when he woke up, he'd be working on the same thing again. He hated that. With the new format, now that they've condensed it, they start at like 9 o'clock in the morning. They don't have to start the day before. And since he's not worried about so many thumbnails and things like that he's able to focus more on just maybe the regular thumbnails and little minor graphics that they do put up for the podcast version. And from what I can tell, the only graphics he's really talking about is when he puts so much detail, like when I switch to this full screen, like this, when I do this. Like sometimes there's a lot of detail in these images and stuff. Sometimes there are original pictures that Ray might put together. But the only other thing I can think of is this. The images that are also behind them. Because those would switch out based on the topic he's talking about. And I tried that too. And I was like, I ain't got time for all that. So the logo was fine. I animated it there. It's pew, pew. You see the fireballs coming down? I did that. But it's fine. But I'm not, and this is going to sound like a diss, like he ain't got a lot of, like, I believe him when he says the work that he has to put in. But dude, like, if I wish I had a team. I'm doing all this by myself. And I've gotten it condensed down to a science where I can get the displays up and whatnot. For some reason, I can't seem to figure out why the damn lower third ain't working. But we'll figure that out. It's connected, but it ain't working. But I was trying to figure out, like, what is he talking about? Like, but then I checked myself before I started to talk crap about John Campea. Looking at his studio, look, he's got a way different setup than I do and a whole different system. And if he's not the one doing all the editing and all that stuff anymore, and he has to give time for Ray, and so to me it boils down to the amount of time that he's putting in on research. And once you figure, because you can tell Ray what you're going to talk about. You can research something, and then you're like, I need that graphic to look like this and that. And the other. There's probably a lot going on with the details back and forth. But I figured like 85% of it was the research, like of what the topic was the day before. Because if John isn't doing the graphics and Ray was always just doing the graphics and he's the one researching and putting it all together. Like this show was a little late too, because at the last minute because I already had a couple of topics already in mind what I wanted to talk about today. I had more topics in mind, but then I pulled some away at the last minute. I was like, I'll save that for the rundown after dark later on tonight, and just kept it to the 3 that we talked about before at the top of this show. And John Campea wasn't even a thought in today's episode. It was going to be something else, and probably talk about that tonight. And so I understand that sometimes it takes time away from you to get that show prepped, depending on how much research you're going to be doing and how much and what if you want to add graphics to the things that you're talking about while you're talking about them in real time, have the thing behind you going off, have the thumbnails or the images matching and everything, and have your charts and your graphs all in sync and everything. It doesn't look like much, but when you want it to look a certain way, or if there's any types of issues with the production of putting it up on the screen, just like today, how I can't get the lower third. It was working yesterday, but for some reason it's not working today. So I can see it, but when he reduced the show from a 2-hour show to a 1-hour show, basically because he stopped doing so many topics in one episode, or at least if he does have a lot of topics, he'll try to rush through them a lot quicker. That'll save you time. People are not really talking. The graphics behind me and having the thing. I could have a picture of John Campea like that picture of him doing that, or doing whatever those pictures are, or him dressed up like Harley Quinn. I could have that streaming behind me if I wanted to. But as quick as I probably could have gotten that done, it would have taken away time from figuring out why the lower third isn't working and stuff like that. So I can understand for the most part. But at the same time, I'm like, but if I had a team helping me, I'm like, dude, fix that. I got to do this, get that. But nobody was really worried about, what did he say? If we continue to put this up again. If we continue to put up the videos on our podcast on the YouTube channel, and it's understood that it's not nearly as produced as it was. It didn't have to be produced at all. He said he's found a balance now that's comfortable for everybody. Everybody can sleep longer and have more time for everything else. That's fine. I remember when I first was getting serious about this channel, the first thing that he said on one of his how-to episodes, the most important thing was the microphone anyway. So I feel like this was really just about promoting the podcast. That's just my opinion. You pull the plug, you say it's not going to be on YouTube anymore. It's only going to be on the podcast. That is the equivalent of me. Remember how yesterday I said I'm not streaming this on Twitch anymore? If I said the rundown is not going to be on YouTube from now on, I'm only going to focus on Twitch, I'm pretty sure, maybe even if you guys who only like YouTube, maybe you don't have Twitch, or maybe you don't like Twitch. Maybe there's some of you who would switch to Twitch, do the Twitch switch to watch the rundown. Maybe not. I'm not. But if I had 300 some odd, 1,000 followers, and the numbers like I had homeboys like JDDMC, Peter Lang, for example, I had more homies like that who were like, yeah, let's do this, right? If those numbers came from like 2, 3, 4, 5, or a handful of you guys to like 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 to 100 at least, doing the math on that, I'm pretty sure my Twitch numbers would go up. But on top of that, if I focused on Twitch, then I would learn how to use it and navigate it better, and I learned how to advertise my show better on Twitch. And I know how to do it. I'm okay on YouTube. I'm comfortable with YouTube. But if I were to pull the plug of YouTube and just focus on Twitch, I'm pretty sure my followers would go up. Instead of from 11 to 12, I'm pretty sure I can get it to 15. Ooh. 15. 15 followers. But I'm pretty sure it would go up. And if I focus, because I've put years into what I'm doing here onto this channel and learning OBS and all this stuff. And if I pull the plug on all of it and only focused on Spotify, on Apple, I'm pretty sure then it would go up, because I would only be targeting podcasters, only be targeting for Twitch. I would only be targeting #Twitch and only be targeting people who are on Twitch a lot. So I feel like it was just about getting those numbers up, because he also talked about retiring and all that, and maybe I don't want to do YouTube anymore and whatnot. But that could mean retiring from live streaming on YouTube, but maybe not the podcast. So if I can pull the plug on the YouTube channel for a couple of months, go through those growing pains of I'm not going, like JD was like, fuck, I ain't going back. Fuck that. No, if I ain't going to YouTube it, I don't need it. I don't need Spotify. Like JD DMC was like, fuck that, ain't going back. But now that he's back on YouTube, I feel like it was because he also on his community tab, he also showed that his numbers were going up for his podcast, and I'm pretty sure he liked what he was seeing on that. And he I forgot to put this up. My bad. I'm pretty sure he liked what he was getting on his podcast. John, I posted this on the channel, and I said in the chat, what do you think what the reasons were? And the reasons why I'm bringing this up now, because I can't see it anymore. Can anybody help me out? I don't know what's going on with you. Maybe I do need to go back and focus more on Twitch, because I put up a poll and I don't see it anymore. Let me open this thing up. Let me go to the channel. I put up a poll. There it is. Okay, I see it now. I don't know what's going on, like on the phone version or let me turn it off. My bad. Stop that. I said, what do you think John Campea is considering? Why do you think John Campea is considering streaming live on regular YouTube again? The choices were positive responses from Wednesday's show, the one with Mance right there. Mance! Following views and subs, or just needed to push the podcast. That's what I voted on. 15% of you said just need to push the podcast. 15% of you, as of right now, 26 votes in, positive response from Wednesday's show. 69% of you guys said falling views and subscriptions. It might be all of the above. Honestly, this might be a little from column A, a little from column B, and a little from column C. I am more leaning on that he was really I feel like, and I almost put as a choice mental health break that he needed it, because a lot of people oh my God, you want to know who's happy that the John Campea show is back or could be back on YouTube? John Campea Exposed. You can't download the John Campea. You can't screen record or screen grab off of Spotify, or if you can, I don't know how. And I'm not bringing that up because I'm secretly John Campea Exposed and trying to figure it out. I'm not. I'm telling you, that's one of the reasons why they're happy, because the second that announcement was made on his community tab, I went straight to that channel. First thing I saw, woke John Campea coming back. And I looked at that video. There's a screen from that video. They pointed out that the subs, the views are going down. It's like the stock market, man. They're plateauing. They're going up. They're going down. It's finding itself. The dude just pretty much started focusing on the podcast. It's going to find itself. Somebody else just put another vote in. 70%. Yeah, how you gonna mess? Dude, who did that? Who voted? I should have closed that poll because it was 69. Now it's 70. Damn it. Whoever. I'm watching you, Balake. Watch. Damn, now I only can think about 69. Joy. Anyway. I just feel like he was just wanting to focus on the podcast and whatnot. But there it is right there. They were like, no, you used to be 40. Now you're at 41. The ship is sinking. Oh, no. John is going to be fine. His show is doing just fine. He's got his followers. He's got his loyal followers. He's voting again. Bring those numbers back. Could somebody vote for something else, please? I want that 69. It's back. The second I said it. Okay, the new poll. Let me see if I can pull this up. Let me see if I can do this. Maybe you guys can see this. I'm having too much fun over there. There it is. If I can make the screen bigger. I don't know if this is going to work. Oh, no, it's going to focus on the wrong thing. Oh, well. Positive response for Wednesday's show. 14%. Falling. Let me go back. Falling views and subs. 69. Just needed time to push the podcast. 17%. I'm not gonna, because since you guys are coming back and you're voting in there again, I'll leave it alone. But stop messing with 69. I like that. Now I'll see about getting the chats up. Let me see if I can figure out how to go into these chats, and because regular OBS I'm learning, because that was one of the things about Streamlabs. It was chat friendly. I could just quickly pull up something, but now it looks like I'm not going to be able to do that. Pop out. There we go. Let me pop that out. Let's see if we can't do better with the chats. So, because I want to talk to you guys about it, and I'll see if I can make it a full screen thing. All right. So when I focus on the chats, this is what I'm going to do. Look at this for a second, and I'm going to focus it on this. Give me a second. Nope, wrong thing. There we go. Where is it? Microsoft rundown. Nope. Is that it? Nope, that's not it. That it? Nope, that's not it. There we go. All right. That's the best I can do until I figure out what's going on with the lower third and why the H2R is not working. It's not popping up. So I'll do this. And let's see if I can. That's the best I could. Looks like that's the best I might be able to do. I know it's kind of cut your names off a little bit, but it might be the best I can do right now. I'll figure it out. So I'm sorry about that, guys, because I like making sure that you guys can see yourselves and your names and stuff pop up. So that's the best I can do. We'll do it like that. It'll be messy, but it's fine. All right. But I'm more thinking that it was about him taking a break from all that negativity that I guess that he was getting, that hit, and he's like, screw it, just make it a podcast. But or maybe it was. I feel like it was more about pushing the podcast. People only know me from the John Campea show on YouTube. So if I focus on, I got to pull the plug and I'll focus on podcasting for, let's just give it a month or 2 months and see how the numbers do. If the numbers do what we like, we keep it pushing. Or we'll always go back to YouTube, and we now know that our followers he's activated a whole new stream of income. Now I got YouTube, and it was smart. I'm gonna be honest with you, it was smart. Whether you like it or not, and he always talks about people getting mad whenever he makes any little change. I don't like that. I'm like, well, gotcha, bitch, because now I got a following on Spotify, and I got you on YouTube. I admitted it. I said I didn't like it at first either, and I was not watching those clips. And you know what? I haven't. But damn it, he got me acclimated, and I have been watching the Spotify. I wait a little couple hours for it to upload, and that's it. That's why his numbers have probably gone down because of me. Because he got me acclimated to it. And now that he's got me acclimated to that, then and made those numbers go up, he might be able to get more sponsors from podcasts. He might be able to get a whole bunch of things that he can do with this. But now going back to YouTube, that what I feel like he's missing. I know I didn't look into it, but because I know how it works. I watch my revenue and stuff go up and down too, from super chats to memberships to views. When you see a dip, he claims that it doesn't affect him as much as it would the average mortal like me. But when I see those dips, oh man, I recently saw a dip. Like the subscribers have gone down, the views have gone down, and I try to then work around it and try to figure out what's happening. And I know what's happening. It's because I'm tinkering with a bunch of new stuff, and I haven't been able to put up as the quality of what I'm used to. I know what's really going on. Y'all, you're like, Joy's not there, so you're like, if they know Joy's not on the show, then I don't want to watch no more. But that's not the problem. She's here. Trust me. She's not tied up in the basement. Trust me, she's here. Hold on. Hey, Joy. Let's see if I can get her on camera. She's probably trying to take a nap. She had a rough day. She had to go to visit a family member at the hospital. She had our aunt had surgery. Hey, Joy. Oh, she might be asleep. She had a busy, I need to leave her alone. She's got to work tonight. But that's basically what I feel is happening. He was gearing us to and tweaking us to get used to. If you don't watch us here, you can watch us there. Because I might shut this down, or something could happen to YouTube. And now he knows if anything ever happens to YouTube, if YouTube fails, or if he got demonetized or his show got canceled, he has another avenue. So it was actually kind of smart of what he did. And a lot of people, whether the numbers on Spotify is going down or not, from 40 to 41 or from 30 to 41, it doesn't matter. He's on the list. So Exposed, y'all not on the no, I'm not on the list. None of us are. So he's obviously once again he's doing something right, obviously. But let's forget what I'm talking about. I got a few minutes left. Let's talk about what you guys want to talk about. Go to We Got Your Mail. And I'm so sorry that I cannot get this up on here. Let me see if there's another screen that I can use. Maybe this. I apologize that this is not working right. I'm so used to, and I hope I can figure out what's going on before tonight, because I don't want this to affect the show tomorrow. So let me see if I can fix this and figure out what's going on. Let me see if I can make the screen a little bit bigger. Read what you guys have to say. Coming from the top, Peter Cunnington, he saw the views on his videos and decided to go back. That is if it was me, yes. And I'm gonna close the poll. We got 29 votes in, closing the poll. 69% saying it was because of the views. 60. I'm gonna close it while it's still 69. If it was me, yeah. JDDM said, LOL, I haven't followed Campea since he ended his show. But I absolutely knew he'd come crawling back. Come crawling. Let's see. Should I get this over here? Let me move this over here. Let me see if this works. Maybe this will be a better view. This side by side thing, so I can read it better. Because the image is too small, even here. Because I want to read what you guys are saying. All right, give me a second. Let me fix this. Let me switch this over to this now. Is that it? There we go. Maybe that's better. All right. Because I can barely read it. And that should be good enough. All right. Nope. I guess my ADHD won't allow me to not have it perfect for you guys or whatever that is. What is that? That my need for it to be right. All right. Michael Birchfield. Hello, friends of the chat. Campea had magic with the panel, including Taylor. Plus, the live chats at the time was what drew me in. And I can endorse him on that because he's always live and on time. Michael is a chat room champion. Ray Jimenez says, honestly speaking, not trying to be funny, but I think the man is having a midlife crisis. Or is having a mental crisis. He is so radical nowadays. I mean, the going back and the forth thing. I mean, people have the right to change their mind, man. People have the right. I think he was just taking partially. I wanted to put that as a thing to vote up, but I mean, I didn't want to talk about that. But maybe he was taking a mental break. I was like, man, I mean. You can have thick skin and be able to tough it out. You can ignore people being jackasses on chats, but sometimes it's like, man, it's pissing me off. I'm gonna take some time off. I don't want to focus on that all the time. Maybe that could have been a situation. I won't go as far as midlife crisis, but who knows? Ray continues, honestly speaking, I'm sorry, I already read that. JDDMC says he saw the rise of T3 Medias and got jealous. You damn right, he did. He's like, he's coming. Only people who know I exist over there is Amy Newman, because she started off over here. Ray Ora knows I exist. I've talked to John via email once, twice. We respond back and forth a little bit. What's his name? Robert Meyer Burnett and I have spoken a couple times about doing some work together, but I'm looking at this cat is on this desk, and I feel like he's about to jump and bust his head against the wall because he looks like he's about to do something stupid. Orange cats, if you do not know, are crazy. And he looks like he's about to do something crazy. Anyway. Robert Meyer Burnett, no, I would love to collaborate with Christian Harloff. That's a conversation because I want to talk to him about his experience and when he worked in the WWE. I always said that oh, good, he made the jump. I always thought that I wanted to work with Campea. I want to work with Harloff, man. I think that would be a great time. Let's see. Mr. Birchfield said, I'm never going back to Campea. I'm blocked for respectfully disagreeing with. I remember you mentioned it up. So he said, I'm blocked for disagreeing with him, so screw him. I remember you mentioning that. And for a time, I thought I was blocked too. I don't know if I'm not blocked from like regular chats. Are you talking about chats, like chats? Or are you just blocked from sending like super chats? Like, what do you think you're blocked from? Like, excuse me, do you think he like blocked you, or do you think he just limited you? Let me know what you think it is. And let's see. Ray continues talking with JDDMC. No cap. When Jay was saying the rise of it, I am nowhere near that radar, man. I'm struggling trying to get the channel to 11,000 subscribers. JDDMC said, I'm not about to forgive Campea for walking away from my years of support and fandom so selfishly and self-righteously. Oh, okay, I see what you're feeling on that. I'm rich. I don't need you. Okay. I'm rich, bitch. It's like, what is that? Is that a quote from something? I think I've heard that before. I don't need you, man. I'm rich. And JD, he says, hi, folks. He continues on. Damian Hernandez. I didn't even know Tron had a part 2. What? I think it's called Tron Legacy. It's not Tron 2. I think it's called Tron Legacy. But yeah, there's a part 2, bro. Bro, Olivia Wilde, man. Go check that out. Dude, she does this thing. It's great. JDMC, is Evan Peters playing Quicksilver in Tron as well? might as well. The sequel story was whack ass. I doubt it. I mean, it's Disney, so he could. Oh damn! Now the damn orange cat is following my mouse on the screen as I'm reading your guys' chat. This cat's gonna break this studio. I can feel it. But Quicksilver and Tron, I mean, chasing those bikes. If I feel like he's gonna be a villain. I'm not gonna say whether or not I feel like he's going to be like a speedster. I hope not. I don't think he'd do that, even if they asked him to. Like, no, I'm not gonna be a speedster. He's already done it twice, in the movie and in the no, was he a speedster in? Yeah, in the Fox movies. I'm tripping. Eucalyptus. I'm still mad at Campea for letting Rob go. Has Rob started his panel chat? So I know he has like a midnight show, Midnight Crisis, something like that, with his two friends. But I thought I heard that in June he was supposed to, or was it July, that he was supposed to start a similar movie talk show, a live movie talk show. But Cat, what are you doing? That is not something you can stand on. Oh, watch, you guys are about to hear a crash, and this cat's about to piss me off. If you break something, then you're going back to the pound. But if Rob has done that that movie talk show, let me know, because I've been I've been looking for it, but I haven't seen anything on it. Let's see what's next. Damien, I didn't even know Tron is. Don't start talking corn scene. See, did you hear it? You hear it? He slipped. He was trying to stand on a tripod and mess with his camera. It says don't even start talking about corn scene. Oh, why? Because you're gonna give me your top 5. You give me a rundown. What's your favorite scene? Or who's your favorite performers? There's Janet Jackme. There's Lily Ty. There's Khalifa, is that her name? Yeah, I'm just naming. These are not like my top 5 or anything. I'm just naming what I can remember. There's what's the woman that was just on Boy Meets World? There's a bunch of them. Give me your rundown. Give me your top 5. Give me your top 5 corn stars, man. I'll read them off, especially on the Rundown After Dark tonight. You send that chart into me. I'll guarantee you it's going to be on the Rundown After Dark. Put that list, or call it in on the hotline, or if you, since you're a member, if you maybe you want to call in, we'll put you in on Zoom. Let's see. Don't start talking about. Let's see me now. Yeah, I see you. Let's see. Peter Lane, you need a tech. I do need a Rob. I need a producer John. I'm trying to find one. I'm trying to find somebody that's local here that can come in and help me produce this show. Because doing it by myself sucks, and I'm trying to get acclimated back to OBS, and it seems like I'm just having all kinds of problems. And watch how much you want to bet after I finish this stream, whatever issue it was is gonna. It's probably gonna be something as simple as you should have restarted your computer. Peter Lane continues on. Pirates was a great movie. It was very good. Olympus Has Fallen was full of improbable shit that kept me from watching White House Down. That's why you didn't watch White House Down? Oh man. And which one had a continuing franchise? The Fallen franchise. Anthony Strader says, for me, damn it, I don't have the sound up. He says, I feel like, we're going full Kardashian. I feel like,
for me,
I think the John Campea show went downhill when Rob got fired.
For me.
So, yeah, that's the Kardashian way of looking at it. When you begin it with "for me," that's the Keeping Up with the Kardashians line that I'm always picking on Tabitha when she says it. Anytime I hear somebody making something about themselves, I feel like, for me, Ray Aura should help me on my show so we can get these technical difficulties fixed out. But no, I feel a lot of people feel that way. A lot of people feel like, for me,
it
was when Rob left, because a lot of people love Rob. Olympus is falling. It's full of more problem. Okay, Anthony agrees. That's from Eucalyptus. And finishing off, what do we have? John knew he messed up big time. 40 Misery Gaming said, did John get too much hate now? I mean, haters gonna hate. I mean, people they just do it just because they just need something to do. Let's see. Keep going. I need to write a note to myself to stop myself from going. I'm working on that. I've asked actors and stuff. It's just something that you just have to be self-aware about. Just keep telling yourself to stop doing it. Eventually, you'll stop. For me, BlackRock 316 says, I think he was experiencing burnout. I agree. I honestly think that's true. I think it was getting to him. It's like, you know what? F this. I'm a grown man. I'm like, what, 50 now? You know what I'm saying? I say it all the time. I'm 43 years old, man. I don't need to, I can't, but I grew up in Houston, Texas in the 80s and the 90s during the peak of the Yo Mama jokes. So anything y'all a geek and gamer or fandom or dude or a hater or everything is woke guy can say on my channel and say I've been called all kinds of stuff on this channel. You're a nigga and you're a nigga. I'm like, oh, okay. Whoa. So I'm gonna tell you what I think. I'm like, oh, what you gonna do? You ain't gonna do nothing. You're not gonna come over here. You're not coming to Conroe, Texas. You're not coming over here because I might have something for you. I'm like, it doesn't affect me. I'm like, dude, I'm not Canadian. We got pews over here. But so if they're not willing to say, you can't say it in my face, then it's as easy as just click and you gone, buddy. I stopped blocking people. I'm not gonna block anybody, but I will if you cross a line. And if you cross that line and I told you about that line and you go, I don't give a shit, I'm gonna do it anyway. Then all right, then now you're disrespecting. You're being disrespectful. So I used to do that back in the day. I block. I don't want to do that no more. I give people a chance because everybody has the right. What was that on Hustle and Flow? Every man has the right to contribute a verse, and I'm gonna let you say what you're gonna say. But if you cross a certain line, I'm gonna tell you. I'm like, look, man, you need to back off with that. All right, I let that slide once, but I'm not gonna tolerate it again. And if you go, all right, cool, all right, my bad, we won't go there anymore. And that's fine. Then we cool. We don't have nothing to worry about. But if you hear that and you go, oh yeah, but look, you mom, and you're bald, then with a tear in my eye, you might get blocked. But I'll give you a lot of chances before I block anybody. 40 Misery Gaming, was he getting negative because of his attitude to his donors? I don't know. I don't know. If you're talking about that video that he did where he went off on the people that were getting on that young lady who's cast in the How to Train Your Dragon, he had that up for a couple days, and then he like, that was, I feel like that was, you're speaking your truth. Yeah, you're speaking on something that's a good cause, but dude, you have personal platforms that you could have did that on. Why do that on the John Campea Show platform? I'm not gonna air my personal like, I'm a Democrat, so I'm gonna bash on a Republican real quick. I'm not gonna do that here when we're talking about stuff on the rundown. I'm gonna go on Chris W. Fagan and be like, can you believe Ted Cruz? So I'm gonna say it. He's my senator. He's my senator in my state. And while we were freezing during the winter, he went to Cancun. I'm like, man, you're a punk. I'm gonna say it on my personal stuff. I don't need to say it here, even though I technically did. He's a punk, and everybody in Texas knows. Even the Republicans here know that was a punk move, and he knows it was a punk move. He had no excuse for that. Whew. All right, got that off my chest. I'm canceled now, huh? Talking about Ted Cruz. Let's see. What city are you from? I live in Conroe, Texas. I was born and raised in Houston. I lived majority of my life in a city called Missouri City, Mo City. And now I'm living north of Houston. Them kids in that backyard are loud as F. You hear that? They have a trampoline. So now I'm in Conroe. So yeah. So I hope you're not asking because you one of the guys that want to check me, see if I got something, because I do. But no, that's where I'm at. It's not hard to find me, man. I'm a real estate broker. You looking for a house out here in the city or whatever? You looking to sell, buy, rent? It's not hard to find me. So if I get any heat from what I do on the show, and somebody wants to go, you want to try to come find me. Come find me. We gonna be boys or we gonna make some noise? What we doing? What's happening? Because just like Tyrese said in the Fast and Furious, we hungry. JDDMC, ball solidarity represent for misery. Oh, okay. I would help you your channel in person, but I'm in Florida. So you were talking about helping. Florida ain't that far away. It's just a 3-hour commute. Come on down, bro. Help a brother out, man. Yeah, I'm looking. So if you know anybody that's in the Houston area, man, man, help a brother out, man. I would appreciate it. Guys, and that's the end of it. I'm sorry. And here's another thing about me. Any little technical difficult thing that happens, JD, you know, Peter Lane, you guys know, I get so mad. I'm not gonna break my I'm not gonna do what Campea does. But when I start to sweat, that's not nerves. That's anger. I get heated, and me not being able to pull up your messages at the bottom of the screen is pissing me off, man. But I appreciate you guys keeping me company while I was trying to go through this and trying to figure this stuff out. Sorry for the technical difficulties. It's 3 hour. Yeah, 3 hours. He says, yeah, 3 hours by plane. yeah. Just jump on. Come in, couple hours. All right, appreciate it. Thanks for you fix the lower third and then all of a sudden just leave. Yeah, that's the definition of usury. I'm just be using you for that. Let's see if I can get this up. Hold on, let's see if this works. Is this it? Nope, that's the other thing. Where's the H2? No, that's the other thing. That's y'all looking real behind the scenes now. Where is it? There it is. That's what I'm looking at. That's what I am looking at right there. And that's what I click on to pop you guys' messages up. But it's not working. And usually if I click on one of these, it'll pop up on the bottom of the screen. But it's not working. So I humble myself before you guys, and I beg your forgiveness. Guys, that's going to be the end of it today. I appreciate you all for trying to help me out with and suffering through another episode where I just blew it. Nope, Joy will not be with us tonight. She has to work. But tonight, like I said, tonight we're going to have Tabitha. We're going to have Gio. I think Giovanni's going to be here, and we'll talk about some more adult stuff on the Rundown After Dark. It's going to get real nasty up in here. It's going to be real nice. But yeah, join us on that, and we'll talk about the other things on the other half of today's two-parter. And any of the topics that you want to submit, do that. You can call them in, and we'll play them during the show. If you're a member, you can get your voice heard live. You can join us live on communication. Or if you just want to submit it via in the comment section, like I said, I'll pop out if I can get it fixed. I'll probably jump on here live, really just to do some technical work and see what the heck's going on, and in a little bit, maybe 30 minutes to an hour. So I'll probably be back on live, but it's not going to be a show. It's just going to be me trying to figure this stuff out. But that's it, guys. I appreciate it. Until tonight for Rundown After Dark. Appreciate you guys. Peace out. Good day and sayonara. See you then. Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button, like, and comment your thoughts on this topic or any topics that you think that we should talk about in upcoming videos. Also, you can follow us at T3 Medias on Instagram, Twitch, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, and we also have a T3 Media Studios podcast where we post our movie reviews and episodes of The Rundown. Till next time, guys.